moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murdered my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever.
New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip some new.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And they'll begin by running the option. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive ends right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Oladokun on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball?
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses more golden?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Odafe-Oweh.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off the ball.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Oladokun looking to pass it. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe
and in for the Ravens touchdown. Andy Isabella from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Ravens 21, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Kyle Hamilton in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Oladokun now on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you talk.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 68 yards.
And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Saints, nothing. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Room here to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
It's Oladokun on 1st down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action, and now here's Oladokun.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Daryl Worley.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players. affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It's second down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
They go play action. Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And he's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. David Ojabo from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Jameis to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain? Yeah.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are able to claw one back.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Will Lutz on for the point after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. To kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good
one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Now Jackson on first down.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
57 yards.
And the Ravens are pouring it on.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
62, Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a return from deep
in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the red zone now, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought down. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they came for them. Now they know what to remember. At least they keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
An option handoff here.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
And my goodness, another. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Marshawn Lattimore finding a his way behind the line and to the football.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long...
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. No, we are.